So we are discussing the falling rate period. So if you look at this point C, so in from point C to D, second falling rate period is taking place, right? So from a moisture content of 1.2 dry matter, the slope of the drying rate against moisture content changes and rate of drying goes through a second falling rate period. The second falling rate period starts at point C, where the equilibrium relative humidity for the material begins to drop below 100%. So from this C, the ERH will start to fall. That means free moisture availability, there will be no longer availability of the free moisture. ठीक है, क्यों you may have seen this sorption isotherm curve which we have discussed in the previous sections. It consists of three parts, A B C, सॉरी C B A. हम लोग ने देखा A B C रहता है. B इज़ बॉन्ड मॉइस्चर, C इज़ फ्री मॉइस्चर, A इज़ इससे भी बॉन्ड मॉइस्चर से भी जो भी मॉइस्चर है जो ईच पार्टिकल को कोट करके रहता है. ठीक है, मोनोलेयर मॉइस्चर रहता है जोन ए में. जोन बी में बॉन्ड मॉइस्चर रहता है और जोन सी में फ्री मॉइस्चर रहता है. सो आफ्टर पॉइंट सी देयर विल बी नो फ्री मॉइस्चर अवेलेबल, सो यू विल गेट ओनली बाउंड मॉइस्चर. इसके वजह से आपकी इक्विलिब्रियम रिलेटिव ह्यूमिडिटी 100% से कम हो जाती है, राइट. The point moisture content at point C is the bound water capacity of the material. That means after C से जो भी moisture content है, that is the bound water moisture content of that food material. ठीक है. During the second rate falling rate period, dehydration proceeds through portion of the sorption isotherm. So if you look at this C to D, इन दिस डिजॉर्प्शन आइसोथर्म में बाउंड मॉइस्चर को रिप्रेजेंट करता है. सो इन प्रीवियस सेक्शंस वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन जोन बी ऑफ दिस ऑप्शन आइसोथर्म. सो द वाटर इज हेल्ड बाय two mechanisms. One is capillary condensation and is multimolecular adsorption, right? So that is what they have said. During the second falling rate period, dehydration proceeds through the portion of the sorption isotherm where the water in the material is held by multimolecular adsorption and capillary condensation. So heat of vaporization of water in the stage of the dehydration process is higher than the heat of vaporization of pure water. So this is why this is what we have discussed in the last before lecture, right? So in zone B, you have to supply first heat of the adsorption as well as heat of vaporization. That is why the heat of vaporization of the moisture in zone B is higher than the heat of vaporization of the pure water, right? So vaporization at this stage occurs at the interior rather than the surface, and water vapor has to diffuse to the surface before it mixes with the following stream of air. So this is the important point. In second falling rate period, the moisture is not diffusing to the surface. Instead of that, the moisture is converted into vapor inside the food material, and vapor needs to be diffused to the surface of the food material. That is why here the diffusion is further slow and the rate of drying is further decreased from C to D. Okay. Now if you look at the final at a moisture content of 0.3, the drying rate goes through another falling rate zone. This stage of drying corresponds to the region of the sorption isotherm where water is held in mono or multimolecular layers. So we are talking about the zone A of the sorption isotherm where the XM, that is monolayer moisture content. That means each solid particle is covered by a layer of water, right? So at this stage, dehydration should be determined at any point along the line DE. Point E represents the equilibrium moisture content where dehydration stops because water activity of the surface and air are equal. So at E, the moisture content at E is known as equilibrium moisture content, and at this equilibrium moisture content, the dehydration of any food material will stop because of equal in water activities of the drying medium and the surface of the food material. So these are the various stages of the drying, right? So there are one constant rate drying period and multiple falling rate drying periods. This falling rate number of falling rate drying periods depend upon the nature of the food material, drying medium and drying temperature you are using. Okay, so this is how the drying curve is described, as well as how can we relate this drying curve with the sorption isotherm of a particular food material. Okay, in the upcoming lectures we will see how to predict the drying time from drying rate data. Thank you.